everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me once again is Shontell Smith, partner and head of the New York practice at Tusk Strategies. Shontell, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
If you can believe it, this week marked one full year into President Trump's second term, and it has been a whirlwind of 365 days. I want to talk about where we are right now, both at home and abroad, and what that means for Democrats going into the midterms. Aside from having a Republican in the White House, Republicans also control both Congress and Senate. At the beginning of Trump 2.0, the majority of Americans thought the country was heading in the right direction, according to an Emerson College poll. But the same poll 1 year later showed that more Americans now think we are on the wrong track. Also, when you're looking at where we are on the global stage, just this week at Davos, multiple international leaders criticized America under Trump's leadership and said there's now a new world order that they need to prepare for. So talk to us about where you think we are right now, 1 year in.
I think 1 year in, if you are a traditional MAGA Republican, you're happy with what, the president has done in the past year. I think, we've deported more people than, I think previous administrations have. We've definitely buckled down on some of his core messaging of getting people out of the country. But if you're an independent or if you're a Democrat, there's a sense that, there's a lot of instability and uncertainty under this administration, and it just gives a weird feeling. Overall, even if you're a Republican, everyone cares about the bottom dollar. Everyone cares about the prices that are currently like ripping through every state. Everyone has seen an increase in their utilities, whether it's electric, whether it's food, and a lot of people associate that with Trump's tariffs. So I think right now, they always say it's the economy stupid, but right now the economy, it's not doing as well. The market is always it's been volatile this past year based on some of the policy decisions that the president has made. So we're just in a world of, instability and uncertainty, especially in the US. I think overall, while his core MAGA base is probably this clapping and they're ranking him an A, independents, who he needs in order to win, well, not he, who Republicans need in order to win, whether it's in the House or in the Senate, they're feeling uncertain. And we definitely know that the Democrats are feeling uncertain going into the midterms.
Two issues that President Trump won on in 2024, and Republicans in general, were immigration and the economy, right? People thought Republicans were better equipped at handling that. Now, Republicans aren't getting good marks for either of them, right? Let's start with the economy, because there's a pessimistic outlook on how people feel about the economy now and how people view it in a year from now. And according to Moody's Analytics, the average U.S. household is spending $184 more a month now on the same goods and services, more than they were a year ago, and close to $600 more than they were on the same goods and services over 3 years ago. I mean, that's a lot of money. People are feeling it, right? People are not feeling good about the economy. President Trump said, we're feeling this Trump economic boom. People aren't buying that, right? And he's saying affordability, I'm going to deal with it, but it's also a Democrat hoax. Right now, he's one of the richest people in the world. He has a $6.7 billion net worth. What are people thinking about this? A, and B, how do Democrats use that to their advantage?
So I think how people are feeling it. Remember, he ran on affordability. When the election was a year ago, he ran on the cost of eggs. I remember it was a whole big thing. The cost of eggs are so expensive. When I get elected, I'm going to bring groceries down. Groceries are not down a year later. So I think, people are just feeling like, hey, am I being duped? Especially when you're seeing the richer get rich. Some of the biggest and the richest people in this country, whether it's, the Facebook CEO or Amazon CEO, there are people who are getting richer. And it seems like the billionaires and the oligarchs, they're getting richer under this Trump America. But the average American is not seeing much progression. I think he marked his economy an A plus. People are saying actually it's a C, because all they're seeing is a lack of affordability, whether it's in housing, whether it's food, whether it's utilities. There's not a lot for the average day American, but there's a lot for the 1% and 2%. How to answer your second question, how do Democrats go into the mid-year? I think Democrats need to focus on bread and butter issues. Stay away from the social issues and focus on the things that matter to people. Why am I spending more? What are the policies that Democrats can enact to give an immediate sense of relief financially in everyday Republican, sorry, in everyday American pockets? I think once that happens, I think if they keep laser focus on affordability and tune out all the social issues, I think the Democrats can be successful. But once they get into some of the social issues, I feel that's where Americans tune out. Right
I
now,
can
Americans want relief.